It has been a long time coming. I think it's been honestly more than a year since the last time I recorded a video for this series, but we are finally getting back into some of the fun within the dark web documentary, right? So in the last couple of videos, I think we were covering through getting into Tails and getting into, Tor, hidden services, search engines like Amia, and then exploring some of those weird marketplaces where you can purchase malware or get a hacker for hire or seek out hacking services, etc. So in this video, I want to turn the tables and start to begin to pull the thread on ransomware and cybercrime and some of those things that normally a cyber threat intelligence organization might end up tracking to see, is your business, their customer, their client, or the individuals that they support, are they having their information already sold out and about on the underground and these cybercrime syndicates within the deep web, the dark net, the dark web, whatever you want to call it, right? These Tor hidden services. So we're going to have a little bit of fun. And remember, this whole series is just for exploratory sake. I am not a cyber threat intelligence professional. I don't track individuals or groups. However, you might have a whole lot of interest in this, and I want to demystify what this thing looks like in the dark web, and at least how it can be kind of understood, and how you can know some of the threats that are out there, and how it's changed the game when there's a little bit of an enterprise and whole underground industry in cybercrime. Let's get to it. Okay, so I am using my Unix virtual machine and I have my Tor browser fired up and I'm at this website, Ransomware with a 3TSY blah blah blah. This is the Onion link or the Onion site URL and address to get to a known record of ransomware group sites and links to each of them. This is put together by one individual and a researcher who offers and asks, hey, if you'd like to support me, buy a coffee or offer any donations, you can send them along at any of these anonymous addresses, so kudos for that. If anyone is interested, you're more than welcome to. I will, of course, share this link for folks tracking it if they're interested, but this is an awesome resource where you get a listing of straight up like known ransomware gangs and cyber criminal groups that tend up sharing and publishing stolen or exfiltrated data that they capture as part of the victim that they're holding their data for hostage, right, in the case of ransomware, and where you might be able to find their leak site, where you might be able to find the website that they publish all this on and they announce their victims. Now, a thing to note here, and you might have actually caught it with this link just as well, by the time that I had previously recorded these videos, Tor was using what was known as V2 addresses, and that was totally kosher. They were shorter, just less unique random letters for all of their onion links. Now V3, which is the only thing supported in Tor as of now, as the time of my recording, so we'll only be focusing on these longer string V3 addresses, and I won't try to dive too much into the anatomy and structure of how those links are all put together, but for what you need to know, if you're doing around some digging and some due diligence in here, you're always going to be looking for now V3 addresses. But this site, again, offers some of those ransomware gang leak sites, along with the marketplaces and even the offline sites from gangs that you might have known about or had some infrastructure that is now offline or just aren't what they used to be. Just noting, okay, these links are dead, but if you want to explore them, hey, they're there for posterity's sake. Ransomware group sites is where we could begin, and I think it would be very, very cool and fun to look through each of these in later videos. But what I want to bring us into in slow understanding and crawl, how can we get into these malware and ransomware market sites where a lot of this information is available to download or just purchase from ransomware gangs, victims, and those targets that they've taken hostage and exfiltrated their data. So let's go explore what the Blackpipe auction has to offer, and I'll open up this link here. Actually, if I copy it, this way we can go paste it in, and that way I can validate and you can actually see this link. And fingers crossed, we'll see if this actually comes back for us. Tor can take a little bit of time to load all the pages, so I'm going to pause and get back to you when hopefully this comes together. Alrighty, bummer. That one came back to me with an onion site not found. Could very well be offline or might be some issues in the way, but those are just things to note. Okay, your mileage may vary with a couple of these. Let's move on and see if we can get the dark leak market. We'll cross our fingers for that one. No dice on that one either. Okay, still things to just keep in mind. Let's go take a look at the Industrial Spy and see if we can see what might that ransomware market site have to offer for us. Note this URL, spy area 23. The beginning of this looks like it's a little bit more formal and official than some of the others that just did look to be randomness. So maybe those have moved on, or maybe something. We could try and refresh and see if those come back to us. But let's hold out hope for industrial spy. Ooh, looks like he's coming back. Okay, we do need to sign in. Ooh, should we create an account? Let's do it. I mean, I don't know how else we may... Oh, whoa. See how else we may be able to get in on this. Let's go ahead and create an account. What should we call ourselves? Something spooky, something scary. Giant dwarf. Some hypothetical oxymoron paradox thing. I don't know. Password could be something extremely secure and also simultaneously not secure. Let's slap in the CAPTCHA QFZDA. And trust me, believe me, please, I am who I say I am. Yeah. All right, cool. We're successfully registered. Let's see if we can start to have some fun here. Let's check out what giant dwarf shenanigans might be able to get into with our login here. We need the CAPTCHA one more time. Bummy. I suppose that's what that CAPTCHA says. And welcome, dear giant dwarf, who owns the information. He owns the world. We have 3 sections in our market. Every section has its own rules. Ooh, okay, so there's a premium segment where the data will be available for 7 days. Data pack, right? So DP, it looks like the acronym. DP will be sold only in one hands. DP will be completely deleted from our servers after downloading confirmation, and it will be moved to the general section if it is not bought for 7 days. General section, DP will never be deleted from our servers. The price becomes very low, could be sold to multiple clients, and will be moved to the free section in the future. For the free section, which is where we probably want to be, because I'm not going to be throwing any Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of those cryptocurrencies out there, because I don't understand much of it. DP can be downloaded for free, will never be deleted from our servers, and could be downloaded by multiple clients. If you want to make any payments, proceed to the wallet page to recharge your personal balance. You can use that to make payments via Bitcoin. Funds will appear to your account automatically after 2 confirmations within the blockchain. So that is the homepage. Good enough. Let's explore that frequently asked questions. And this is just, okay, how to make a deposit. You can't download a package. How to send admins. This is all through their ticketing page. So my profile here, bring me to it. Just giant dwarf. That doesn't give me any other information here. In my wallet, I should have nothing because I just created this account, which I do. And my own settings. Let's see what I can configure. Oh, that's just changing the password. Nothing interesting. Probably no new notifications, again, since this is recently created, and I have nothing in my wallet. So what is in the tickets here? Can I create a ticket? This is where I'm just trying to send support to the admin. Do you think they'll appreciate this? Do you think they'll be... All right, if I get a... Oh, this is like an instant chat. Oh, my goodness. If I get a response, that'll be wild. Should we keep this... Let's keep this page open. See if anyone comes back. That would be the wildest thing. Okay, it looks like it keeps it persistent. So... All right, let's go check out what is for sale in this ransomware marketplace. There's currently no packages available for premium. Okay, so there's not a lot of action at the moment. No cybercrime on the way. Oh... Okay, so these look like legitimate businesses. For reals. I won't name this, but I want to go validate and see if this is a real organization. And I'm going to scroll down, but I'm going to obfuscate and blur all this out of respect for those potential businesses and those victims, right? So, scrolling down. Countries here: USA, Canada, Germany, France, Switzerland, Germany, Taiwan. 46 gigs in some cases. The type of business that they're in could be medicine, manufacturing, developing. And we need to take this with a grain of salt, right? But let me go validate that top URL here. Oh, no. Page has got to load over Tor. Oh... I mean, this is obviously a real website and real URL. Okay. So there's that. Do they have anything in the news section? No, I was going to say, do they have anything that would discuss if they were a victim of an incident? I don't think so. All right, let me get back to our page here. So this is in the general section, which this organization allegedly has $50 million in revenue that's in the construction, engineering, and design sector. And there's about 500 gigabytes available to download. You could show or buy files. Let's go check a look. Okay. And it looks like they have sort of this like file browser capability. So I'll move into the folder specific to this. This was created, when was these were put for sale? I want to go back and take a look at that, sorry. June 23rd. Could I supposedly buy any of these leaked data or information? Subdirectories. Oh. Okay, so just looking through these folder names, like this looks, again, legitimate. Okay, there's an option to buy. My face is in the way, but you could buy one of these files or grab any of them others. That's enough to tell me that, okay, what we're looking at could very well be legit, but let's go look at the free segment here. So this free section has some stuff as recent as July. Countries France, Spain, Australia, and Germany. Energy sector. Let's show and download files just to see if that's for realsies. Oh God. The attack was made on this date. Folder 1 is documents that this organization was engaged in regarding maintenance and visiting objects of the following ministries. Oh! Folder 2 contains confidentiality and exclusivity agreements regarding non-disclosure. Folder 3 includes passports of employees and bank requisites of the company. Folder 4 is customer data tables, including their name, contact details, job performed or parameters of the service and requested annual market amount, and period of contract execution. Folder 6 includes technical documentations of process. Folder 7, financial documents of the company and for the specific employees, including their salaries and labor contracts. Oh my goodness. Should we like straight up look at one of these? It's a little terrifying. Bro, can I put this on YouTube? Is this... Okay, there's a folder here for passports. Oh my lord. Look at how many there are. Load more button. Okay. There's even more. Okay, not a lot more. Okay, here's a file, passport1.pdf. That doesn't have a person's name on it, so I'm going to trust it. And let's download file. Tor browser cannot display it. Yeah, totally get that. Do you want to open this file? Yeah, let's do it. What the fuck, dude? Holy shit. All right, I'm done. I'm out. I'm bailing out. Whether or not that's real or not, considering how many of these, that's still terrifying. And that was for obviously personally identifying information, but all these other folders include even more potential shenanigans, right? So let me look at these. Holy crap. There's so many. I want to look at one again, just for the sake of, hey, trying to see, is this kind of legitimate, right? I don't need to automatically download files because that's sketch, but I do want to open this. Yeah. No, man, that's a signature. That's a real human signature. That is as real as it gets. And I could just straight up download that. Like that is already freely available and anyone could do this, right? Literally anyone could go explore what is publicly shared here, not just for this organization that's a victim, but as any of the others. Like if anyone wanted to go dumpster diving, they absolutely could. Looking back at the free section, see what else is available for download. And again, this is no cost. Countries in here, again, more Italy, India, Spain, United Kingdom, Sweden, Chile, Netherlands, everywhere. And the revenue for these organizations, some could be in the thousands, some are in the millions. I see a 50 million, I see a 29 million. But the sectors that they're in are manufacturing, business services, and there could be 25 gigs or 1 gig or whatever. This is freaking insanity. Okay, I feel a little bit weird at having explored that, even just to like, peel back the curtain to look at a file or one or two files. But like the fact that is so commoditized and commonplace now is what blows my mind, and what I hope blows your mind just as well, or at least brings to that education and brings you that know-how that like, okay, that's real. When an organization could be hit with ransomware, and then the data that was stolen by these threat actors is put on blast, demanding however many millions of dollars or thousands in Bitcoin or whatever cryptocurrency. The real threat is like it literally being published, accessible to the point where anyone could go download, whether it's accounting files or employee personnel information, salaries, etc., other documents for technical intellectual property. There's so much, and that's scary. And I wanted to at least put that in front of you and demystify it a little bit so that you're aware of it. I realize I'm the one putting myself in front of this, maybe not so much you are. I'm trying to redact and obscure as appropriate, being cognizant of what is morally and ethically weird. But with that said, I don't even know what else to say in this case. I don't know how to finish this video. I don't know where to end this, if I even can land this thing the right way. Thanks for watching. The dark web and all this Tor hidden stuff and cybercrime syndicates are scare weird place. I don't know what to say. I'm going to let you have your own formed opinion here. But I need to go do something else. I'll see you guys later.